Better than Lego. Better than Lego.
Matthew Johns is in position for a long-range shot. He's with it now, Matthew Johns. Here goes the kick from Johns.
Go, King.
Thank you, Queen. Welcome, everybody, to the podcast for this week. It is our final podcast of the year. Just like to say straight off the top, thank you very much, people, for your what would you call it? Your patronage. Your
listening,
Thank
your
you
time.
to you and your family. But no, it's been a fantastic year, and we're going to finish on a high for you, people. We've got something really special coming up at the right at the back end of the show. We've actually got a world-renowned relationship expert who's going to join us in the studio. So look forward to that. Anyone who's got some marriage problems, looking at you, Trish. Just that's all right, Trish. Don't worry about leave the phone going. It's fine. It adds to the podcast.
Matthew, I'm very popular. My people need to be able to contact me.
Now, okay. So if you've got any relationship problems going forward in the future, Keith's going to be probably a regular on the show next year. But we'll get to that. Silly season is upon us, people. Crazy time of the year, approaching Christmas, weddings, work breakups, divorces, Spikey's being granted bail, Tigers fans feeling optimistic about their chances in 2024. If you were a wedding song, Jack Johns, which would you be?
I went with Somebody Kill Me from the Wedding Singer.
Yeah, good one.
Sorry, you have to also sing a bar of it.
I can't even remember it, but I remember it was very cynical, and it's exactly as it sounds.
Off the Wedding Singer, you remember that song Love Stinks?
Love stinks.
Now, that was a real song. That's the Jay Giles Band had a real song.
Yeah, right. They also have was that song that by Culture Club? Do you really
Karma
want to?
Chameleon.
No.
Really want to
The one that he repeats, the guy that's the backup singer for him.
Oh, yeah, he can
And he goes on
only
a
sing the
tangent.
one.
He
Yeah.
just replays it, and the whole crowd was ready to leave.
Yeah.
What about you, Patricia?
I went Chicago's You're a Hard Habit to Break,
Yeah.
which you'll recall that in my tip last week that no one let me actually relationship tip say.
Cooper, what do you want to... sorry. Sorry,
God,
Trish.
you're such a dick.
Sorry, you keep going.
Matt and I were at a restaurant in Edinburgh, and his latest thing is earbuds, because we've given him earbuds. There's a funny earbud story to come today with Jack's going to share. And he insists on wearing it publicly, his earbuds.
Yeah.
So we're sitting at dinner or sitting at pre-drinks, and he wants to give me one earbud. So
Yeah,
we're sharing the music that he's playing.
Split the music. She gets the bass, I'll get the treble.
It's a good story.
It's a John Dory.
So he gave me a song. His was a mushy one. I can't remember what it was because I was laughing too hard. And then I gave him that. And he said, oh, you can give me one now. Yeah. And that was the one I gave him.
Okay. We got there, people. Merry Christmas. What about you,
That's
Coops?
it.
I had, that's what?
That's it.
I had Careless Whisper, George Michael.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like when they're dancing, or when will that be played during the wedding?
When he's having an affair, which is probably the day after.
Oh, dear. I've actually gone nominated a wonderful band out of LA. They're called Steel Panther. Hindy's played me a few of the albums, all wedding worthy, by the way. I've nominated a few off the Phil the Steel album. I Want Your Tits. There's one off Balls Out, the Balls Out album, which went actually gold. It Won't Suck Itself. And off the latest album, which went
What's he
triple
referring
platinum.
to when he says that?
I don't know.
The venom from the spider bite.
The latest album, which is 3 times platinum, well done to you guys. It's called All You Can Eat. There's the first single off the album, Glory Hole. But my favourite off the album is the closer, My Heart Right in the Arse. I think that is...
Dear.
So was that hard?
Yeah, it's hard.
And sorry, let's just get back. Is this a band that Hindy listens to?
Yeah, he
Oh my
played it. And I
God.
said, what's this? Got a good beat? And he played it. I said, those lyrics are fantastic. Trish,
Yeah.
Robbie Williams.
Ah, yes. He's still touring. I think he's in Melbourne this weekend. We went to see him last week, as I told you. Now, my review was brilliant. That's the 5th time I've seen him.
it the best?
think, yeah,
Really?
yeah. I'll give it the best.
Looks a bit sad. The concert looked a little bit sad in parts. He's like seems to be reflecting on his life.
He's reflecting. It's a little reminiscent of the documentary, which I've since watched since last week, which I actually really loved as well. It's very raw, and I think he's really honest. And I
Where does it rank best concerts of all time? Is there any concert you've seen that was better?
Oh, you probably heap.
Oh, it's on par with. I had a great time.
Still Panther.
Yeah, no, it's up there.
It's on par with what?
On par with up around the number one.
Gee,
what was
that's
the
broad.
Well, it is broad.
What was the best song?
Come Undone. I love that.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah, that's my favourite. And he wrote that. That was actually the reason he and what's the guy?
Garth Brooks.
No, he's
Gary Barlow?
Jack
no,
Black.
No, the guy that he used to write songs with. He wrote Angels with. And
Zac
the others.
Efron?
Guy. Oh my God, you're so ridiculous, you people. Guy. It's in the doco.
Sebastian.
They broke up about because he brought that song to the table and he sort of mocked it and he took
really?
offence. Yeah,
Bloody Shannon Noel, eh?
really did come undone that little thing.
And there were women flashing their tits there. Saw those twins out of
No.
these twin sisters come out in Brisbane and going, yeah, well, the ones with the flashes. They've been following him around the countryside, flashing their boobs at him.
Really?
I don't think he's really into that these days.
Oh, really?
Well, he talks about his family a lot.
Something tells me he is.
You know what I said to Trish the other day? I said, she was wowing about him going, oh, my God, Robbie Williams. And I said, here's a question. Would you leave me for Robbie Williams? Wait for this reply. No, I don't think so. I went, oh, okay. She goes, what were you expecting back? No, I love you very much. I would never leave anyone. It didn't sound too convincing.
Yeah, no.
Have you the support act? Supergrass for the support act.
I know, but I was at the pub, sorry.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
you-
not
what were you drinking?
Supergrass, just the dude from it. The
Oh, Gaz
dude
Combs.
Yeah.
What were you drinking at the pub?
I had a beer at the pub.
Did ya?
Yes.
What's your?
I've gotten back into the beer. When we were overseas, I was drinking a lot of beer.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Gives me longevity, beer.
A couple of things.
go.
I make them crashing down.
Just little things off our trip. You mentioned, we spoke before about Italy, Bologna. Just a little thing. We went to Bologna. I said to the girls, you know, you're in Italy. I went to the toilet in this pub. It looked a little bit rough, and walked in on the back of the door. You know, you're in Italy when it says,
Hang on a sec. Is it a Steel Panther song?
thanks for stepping on my tagline. No, it had
Glory hole?
Tagliatelle rules.
What's Tagliatelle?
The man or
form
the
of
pasta?
It said Tagliatelle rules. I
Oh,
just thought,
like a type
love
of
it.
pasta.
what,
I love my
you're
people.
in Italy, what person would go to the back of a toilet door and just write Tagliatelle rules? I mean, like, you know, penne rules, spaghetti, linguine, tortellini.
You know what? But Tagliatelle may be someone's surname, Matthew.
Oh, yeah.
Like the good old days.
Tangles.
Yeah. Andrew Tangatoa. Now, listen, we spoke about the trips. Got to mention our myself and Brian did our trip to Bosnia. We went to Sarajevo, Srebrenica, and Mostar. Got to say to people, it is an amazing place, incredible history. Without going too far into it, they've endured a horrific war in the 90s. I mean, horrific. But it's great people, a real melting pot. The three, like Sarajevo in particular, there's three parts of Sarajevo. You've got the old Ottoman part, you've got the Austro-Hungarian part that sits in the middle, then the modern part, which was built by the communists when it was in under the communist regime. But I think what typifies Sarajevo and that melting pot was myself and Brian was sitting outside a pub and we're listening to rock and roll. Well, rock and roll. It was Travelling Wilburys, okay, technically pop music. Look, listen to rock and roll, drinking beer. Simultaneously, the call to prayer was on. Now, I don't know any
We might actually share that video because that is quite
Yes.
unique.
And just one more thing out there. I don't know if you're out there, or you're listening. I don't know who you are or where you came from. But after our first night in Sarajevo, Brian and I woke up to a massive photos where there was a guy who I vaguely remember partying with us all night. He was a Korean gentleman. We don't know. It was sort of a little vague. If you're out there by chance and you stumble upon our podcast, get in touch with me. You're a wonderful person. Okay.
So what photos are you talking about? Where did the photos appear?
I'll show you a little bit later, some photos.
Oh, we sent them to you.
I told you before, mate, Koreans are my favourite people.
They are. That's your next trip.
Mate, I remember I swapped my favourite shirt with a Korean fella.
Was that the one with the kebab stain down the front of it?
Yeah, that's the one. Exactly. Okay, enough of me, guys. What about you guys? What's happening?
No, not much, Coop.
Mate, I've got a few stories from the trip, but I decided to scrap them because I've had a big week here anyway. I had Munster's Bucks last week.
Oh, yeah. How'd that
Cameron
go?
Munster's getting married. Yeah, it was good. No dramas.
That almost sounds like a
think you
movie
said-
title.
I thought you
Yeah,
were going
no.
to say something else where you said no. You said no dramas, no dramas. I was going to say, find that hard to believe.
No, just no dramas. Big night, went to the races. Was a very good night. I don't have many stories from the night to tell you. I just, not that they're not appropriate, but I just lost a bit of memory. Ended up missing my flight the next day. Had a 7:30 a.m. flight.
That always makes you popular when you're in a relationship.
Yeah, no.
At least you didn't lie and say that your flight was cancelled due to a hailstorm.
You should have tried something, mate. At least they respect you for having a bit of imagination.
Yeah. But I ended up missing my flight. I woke up at midday and I thought, I just got to get home. You know that feeling when you're hungover in someone else's house and you just got to get home?
Got to get home.
The only flight, $1,200 one way,
Sucked
Sydney.
in. Dumbass.
Yeah.
And you just come back from America as well.
Yeah, just come back from America.
You want to be party boy, you pay the price.
And the worst, it was like it was a hurricane because I get off the flight and I must have sort of crossed my legs on the plane because I come off the plane and then for 2 days after I was scared that my balls were twisted because I kept getting pain in my left testicle.
That happens.
Just trying to take that one apart.
If there's any medical practitioners out there that has
Pain's gone
any explanation for that, please share it with us.
I was in a car once with a gentleman, the late Craig Menkins, who was a great mate of mine. We come home from training and he goes, mate, my balls, I got a ball, I think it's swollen up. I turned around, it was the size of a grapefruit.
Twisted?
Yep, twisted.
You got to get
Straight
him
to the hospital. And
Apparently you only have 8 hours before you lose it. So if you get pain, for any of our listeners, if you have pain in your testicles right now, get to the hospital.
Well, I know Tuala at the Knights a few years back did it. Got whacked at training real bad. Toughed it out, trained the rest of the session, got halfway through a gym session, was full-blown squatting until they realised that he had to go to the hospital because his testicle had swollen up.
yeah, right.
Yeah, had to get operated on.
I think Matt Gidley.
The only ball he kept.
Matt Gidley had a ball injury.
Yeah, he did. I think he's only got one CAG.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's right though. He owns 2 McDonald's now, Matty Gidley. If you get down around the...
that-
Well, I'll tell
Is
you
that
what.
corresponding?
He might be
One ball,
missing a
2
testicle, but he owns 2 McDonald's.
That's right. He makes a meat cheeseburger. If you go down to Griffith, you're in Griffith or a place nearby, there's another
Up
place.
to Griffith,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Sydney?
No, I think it's down to Griffith.
No, it's down.
Is
It's
it?
towards south, yeah.
southwest.
Engadine?
If you go down there, call in and see Gids.
Does he work in there? What is he in there?
He works. Yeah, he works. He's a manager. He owns 2 McDonald's.
Get out.
Yeah,
How good's that?
Doing well for himself.
Another quick one for you as well.
Go for it.
Me and Jack, it was actually a while ago, we want to apologise to Ned Brockman. If you don't know who Ned Brockman is, he's the man that ran from Perth to Sydney, from Perth to Bondi. You know that guy? Trish?
I said Trish is
Trish is just
I
snorting
know who he
cocaine.
is. He's the man that's about to do the chin up.
Yeah, he's going to do the chin up thing.
Yeah.
So me and Jack said a couple of stupid things, and it was like the second time we'd met him. A couple of stupid things to him. He was telling us about how he's going for the most chin ups in 24 hours, and smart ass Jack goes, "How do you train for that? Like, how do you train to do that many chin ups?" And everyone was looking at.
I think it's a valid question.
Ned
I
sort of
think
looked
so
around and just
too.
said, I guess you just do chin ups.
Well,
I
not
back that up.
necessarily. I
will.
think that's valid. Like,
Yeah.
because you need to strengthen your neck,
Good
your
call.
core, and your I know.
So it's not a silly question.
No, I don't think it is
The
either.
woman who broke the 24-hour record for burpees, she did not do one burpee in preparation. She
Well,
just did
I think she might have done one burpee.
She said her training
was all other strength.
was no burpees. Or well, she would have done some technique stuff. It was all a salt bite to get the lactic acid up.
Jesus.
Ew.
Yeah.
Really, assault bite.
And then
Yeah,
I
hate that.
introduced him to someone that I knew, and I said, "Oh, this is Ned Brockman." I said, "This is the bloke." I said, "You won't meet a tougher bloke. This is the bloke that walked all the way from Perth to Bondi." And then he leant in and goes, "I f***ing ran."
Yes.
So
Really offended.
that's
Yeah.
your opinion, Ned.
You need details, mate. Details.
Now,
I've got some stories from Edinburgh. If I
do
can.
it.
Sorry, go.
Is that
Do it.
okay?
Yeah, go on.
If you want.
Matt and I did. What do you call them? Big bus
Hop
tour.
on, hop off.
Yeah, so that you
We've
get a
become
lay of
those
the
people,
land.
Those old people. We had
Yeah.
blankets on our legs.
No, it's a smart thing to do wherever you hit a new city, just to get your bearings. And I was very impressed because we're dog lovers and animal lovers. There's actually a dog statue for a dog that sat on his owner's grave for 14 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've got a real thing against dog art, and I'm going to count that as dog art.
No, it's dog statue. It's a
Yeah.
statue. Is it
It looked
art?
like a little terrier.
Have you seen those around Sydney? There's those like statues of dogs in tuxedos. I
in the
can't
city?
stand them. I can't stand them.
Actually, there was a bit of that in London.
Yeah.
I hate dogs and I hate animals in tuxedos.
Like that the dog, the only thing I
Dressing
can
better
cop
than
is
you.
the dogs playing poker. I can cop
Oh,
that.
yeah,
But,
but not-
dog statues.
But statues. That's
What are the statues there for? What I've never even seen them.
Well,
they're just
they're
art.
hang on.
They're just art.
Dangerous has got an explanation, or have you got just the pictures
No,
of
it's just a type of art.
to do with the Pullman Hotel. They,
Oh, yeah, I have seen them.
Oh,
out
is
there.
that right?
the artist, I think.
Shout out to the Pullman Hotel.
Yeah. Do they allow dogs in the hotel?
Yeah, do they?
Oh, is that what-
Mate, everywhere through Europe,
It's dogs.
on the planes.
even America
Yeah.
was like that.
Trish, tell us about who were back in ancient times, back when the city was first set. Who were the main serial killers in Edinburgh? This is very
Well,
interesting.
I mean, yeah, grave robbing was massive in Edinburgh because they had a massive medical school there. And they needed cadavers to study.
Yep.
So grave robbing was massive over there. And someone could earn, I think they said 2 to 3 months' wages.
Yeah, by getting
for a body,
by
a fresh
getting a corpse, got to be fresh
body.
So they'd look at a grave that looked like it was fresh, dig it, and then pull the corpse out, and they go and it was a really
What,
big thing.
what decade was this?
Very good question.
It would have been the 18th century, I think.
Do you think in the 18?
You're older than I
But
thought.
they said, but what was amazing, he said that all these revolutionary medical advances were made because of that.
Yeah.
It makes you want. And there's an old saying. What they used to do when they'd go in the grave, they'd pull the corpse up by the ears. And there's a saying comes: if the corpse was too old and they misjudged it, and the corpse was rotting, they would pull by the ears, but the ears would come off the body. Hence the saying: "There's nothing between the ears."
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
You want to hear another crazy fact about killers?
Do.
What do you think are the three most? So, of all the countries and all the serial killers, which countries has produced the most serial killers all time?
I'm going to say
Which-
Germany.
3. You can submit a top 3 for us.
All right.
And I'll tell you the answers.
I'll say Austria, USA, and Canada.
Jack?
I'll say China.
Oh, you're going for population?
Yeah, I'm going population.
Smart.
China. I'll go Japan, and I'll go. Let's go with. Trying to think. Let's go somewhere nice. Somewhere
pick
that
anywhere.
you really wouldn't think Switzerland.
Trish, you got 3?
I'm going to say Germany. I'm going to say Brazil. And I'm going to say England.
Brazil's not a bad pick, actually.
Not a bad, you know what? Not a bad pick. Starting from number 3, South Africa.
Ooh.
They had around 160 serial killers
Wow.
of all time. So I guess what classifies a serial killer is like,
Yeah.
I
You
say killing lots of people.
yeah, or serial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been caught potentially.
Number 2 was England.
Yeah.
Number 2 was England, and
Jack the Ripper.
They had about 180.
Jack
They
the
have a
Ripper,
lot.
Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper.
And then number 1 was USA, and their number was over 3,000.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
That was almost too
Wow.
obvious.
Yeah, I thought that, but then I thought it'd be somewhere
I
obscure.
thought we would have been.
Wow.
We've had a
I
few.
guess we punch above our weight, guys.
Stop
From
it.
serial killers. I
Hey,
mean,
we're really good, but we need to bump those numbers up.
we
Oh, stop
guys,
it.
if you're listening out there,
Stop it.
I mean, Adelaide can't do it all by themselves.
I thought Japan was a weird one, Jack.
Yeah, but that
I
would
went
be-
population.
I think Japan is that sort of weird culture that would spawn.
Yeah, you never know.
So anyway, what Matt was trying to say before about the weird serial killing there was 2 guys that tried to make a living particularly of it by actually killing people. So they'd go to an out of town pub where travellers would be, so no one would notice them, drink with them, bring them back to their place, drug them and suffocate them so that they wouldn't damage the body to sell them. Made a living out of it.
Well, they
Really?
sold bodies.
So
They
we're talking
sold
parts.
bodies,
We're talking
cadaver.
lungs.
No, cadavers. No, for medical research. And the saddest part would be that people would know that they were the university would have known that they were actually,
murdered.
taken illegally
Well, I think
and murdered.
I think when they
some
do
instances.
tests for athletes, when people dedicate their bodies,
Organs.
to
and their
science.
bodies to science. A lot of times that's where they do tests on anterior cruciate ligaments, see how much weight it can take, all that sort of thing.
I have a friend
Jeez.
whose grandparents donated their body to science. They were elderly. They died naturally from old
But
age.
really, at that age, wouldn't have really been much True.
No,
Yeah.
no, I think that's very disrespectful.
I'm just saying, I mean, good
but
on
I
them,
just
but-
thought that was a very. It's not something I would think to do.
You're not going to.
No,
You don't like
I think it's a very generous thing. A very.
I'm happy to
selfless thing.
donate and then get cremated. The rest of me gets cremated.
Yes, I think that happens later.
I'm cool with that.
Hang on, we're talking about different things. Are you donating your organs,
Yeah.
or are you donating your body to
Nah.
science?
The big dogs,
That's
the
different.
organs. I'm not donating the organs, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind the shell of me, to be cremated.
Yeah, well, I think that's what happened. So, okay, we need to know that. That's a discussion we've never had.
Seriously, Trish, you should have known that.
So you want to donate your organs. Cooper, are you donating anything?
No, I think I think this is probably a conversation best for.
What about you, Johns?
I'm concerned. I'd hate to donate my organs and then all of a sudden 50 years later come out with a technology where they can bring you back to life.
Well, I don't think they're doing that once I burn you.
I don't really know what organ they could use if that's.
What's that?
That would be.
I know I've got high cholesterol.
Would
No, but he's got a good heart.
If,
No,
if,
it's got high cholesterol. That's the problem. A bit of a fatty liver.
if you were into your 90s and you were getting on, maybe they said you got a year to live, would you freeze yourself? Would you get frozen? Would you do the Walt Disney
Oh,
method?
well,
Do it
we've got
early. If
one
I've
here
got to
now.
do
If you got a year, if you got told you got a year, would you do it in that time?
Do you know, only if they put me next to Walt.
Well, you're not going next to Walt. We've got the cryogenic
you know
facility
he had
down near Albury.
Wooden teeth. He had the wooden teeth.
Oh, stop
and he
talking
had, and he
about
had
those.
questionable political leanings.
Did he? I've heard that. Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah.
Well, not if I actually stated what those leanings were. We'll take a really quick break, people, and when we come back, well, it's time for our very special guest. Welcome back to the podcast. As I said before, a very special guest. As we know, people, the divorce rate these days is 1 in 3. In some countries, even greater than that. People are struggling with relationships. Relationships are tough, people. It's not just a marriage, and I'm not talking. There's many aspects. It's a marriage of ideas, and people can find that difficult. So today we welcome our relationship expert for the first time. He's world renowned, ladies and gentlemen, Keith the Koala. Hey, Keith.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
No problem. Keith, firstly, what is it exactly you do for work?
Well, basically, Matty, I'm a relationship expert or guru.
I've got to say, Keith, that's a strange job for a koala. How'd you get into that profession, pal?
Well, for years, chlamydia has riddled our communities, and I thought I had it for 5 years actually, and the vets were trying everything, only to discover it was actually syphilis.
Oh, God, poor bugger. No, Keith, obvious question. What do you use for protection?
Usually just a raincoat.
No. No. I'm talking. I'm not talking from the conditions. What do you do to protect yourself from things like chlamydia and syphilis?
Yeah, just a raincoat.
Jesus Christ, Keith, it must be huge.
You have no fucking idea.
Oh, Keith, how do you guys cope with COVID?
I mean, who really gives a fuck about COVID when every time you piss, it burns?
What do you eat, Keith? What are you eating these days?
Crabs.
Crabs. I thought you ate eucalyptus leaves.
Oh, sorry. What do we? I thought you were asking what's all over my genitals.
Keith, listen, mate, I think we've probably spent enough time. Thank you very much. We'll let people know next year. Get in touch with us through our Instagram. If you've got any questions, relationship questions for Keith, he's only going to be too happy to answer them. Keith, I've got to say, I've got to work out where to track you down. Is your name in the phone book? What is your surname, Keith?
Hadley.
Oh, as in Ray Hadley.
No, I'm only joking. It's Sanderlands.
Oh, are you related to the great Kyle Sanderlands?
No, not at all.
Okay. Keith, appreciate your time. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Sanderlands. Good on you, Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
I tell you what, I think Keith's got a future on this podcast. What do you think? I think our listeners will get a lot out of him.
I think he's a motivational speaker as well.
Yeah, yes, I'm motivated to get syphilis. Do you
Hope
know
he's had it treated.
Al Capone died of syphilis. Did you know that?
I think a lot of...
Can you die from it?
Yeah, you can die from it. It
Yes.
eats away your brain.
Swells your brain.
Didn't you watch Shawshank Redemption?
Oh, did he have syphilis in that?
I think one of the sisters did they?
Or someone had syphilis in one of those type of movies.
No, I don't think
Bad
Shawshank
guys.
Redemption did.
Bad guys, the sisters in that movie. Trish, what's happening in the wide world?
Matthew, congratulations. Number 4 in rugby league's most influential from the weekend.
Yeah.
Now,
Wait,
beaten by Walsh.
is that most influential in rugby league
Yeah.
for our listeners?
Wow. Most influential rugby league. Yeah.
I thought you would have been higher. thought we were in higher.
Reece Walsh was number 1, Nathan Cleary number 2, and Peter Volandes number 3.
I texted Peter Volandes the next morning and I said 4 and 3. Who was 2 and 1? Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. And the other one which gave me great satisfaction was, and I sent the photo to Ray Hadley. Ray Hadley, I was number 4, as Trish just said before. Ray Hadley was number 27. Ray is always appreciates that sort of feedback.
Yeah.
I sent the photo to Ray. Ray, because in the thing it said, Matty, one of the sharpest minds. I didn't write that. He said, one of the sharpest minds in the country. Get the fuck out of here. Apart from half a dozen people, no one watches any of your shows. He said, including your brother. If our other family members started watching, they would double your ratings. Off and leave me alone. I'm preparing for my 154th survey win. I have to concentrate. I text back, Ray, look, mate, I don't really trust the ratings. My gut tells me I'm breathing right down your neck. He said, I will use this as evidence of what a complete you are tomorrow. So anyway, shout out to number 27, Ray Hadley, ladies and gentlemen.
Did he come at you over the week?
I generally get feedback from people saying to me, geez, Hadley was into you. I went for a walk before to go and get the car, and a bloke said, geez, are you and Hadley at Loggerheads? And I always play up. I said, yeah, we are. He goes, mate, he gave you a bit of a spray yesterday. I said, mate, write a letter to him.
Did anyone take notice of where Joey was? Did anyone know?
Yeah.
Do you know where is he?
Yeah. He was number 29.
Was he actually? That would hurt. Do you reckon he would notice that sort of thing?
I did. I resisted the temptation of sending him the photo.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? The other thing Matt and I were discussing while we were away is people's obsession and willingness to line up for hours for TikTok trends. So we were at Camden Market and we couldn't believe this massive lineup. What were they, Matt? They were loaded chips. They were disgusting. It looked horrible.
Everything stands. You got Thai, you got Vietnamese, you got Mexican, you got burritos, all this stuff.
Like proper food. There
is a 60-metre snake going through the crowd. And I'm going, what's this for? It can't be for that. It was called crazy fries.
And they were just like fries.
How do you know they were TikTok?
The guy had.
Someone told us.
People were saying on the TikTok, and there were 2 just deep fries, simplest thing in the world. They're just putting the chips in there, they're getting them out and tipping cheese all over the chips, and then asking people what else you want on top. Well, and like honestly, like TikTok, Trish, is well known, like it's huge in Asia because there were so many like young Asian girls lining up for it. And for me, I would not see like young Asian girls lining up for fries. It was purely the publicity that generated through TikTok.
And then in Leeds, there was a massive line out near the restaurant that we were going to lunch to, and that was some fluffy pancake, like
again,
souffle pancakes.
All TikTok, generated from TikTok.
There's a pizza place in New York that is 3 months backlogged. Like you can't order for 3 months, and even then,
for a pizza.
And even then, so for 3 months' time, you need to book a slot. So they'll give you
order.
They'll give you like they'll
so
give you
you're not eating in?
No, you're not eating in. So they'll give you 3 p.m. and then you rock up to this place at 3 p.m. in 3 months' time, and then they'll give you the pizza.
Shows you like
what if I'm busy?
Hyper-congregates. Like what at the time they do the pop-up In-N-Out burger in Sydney, and people line up for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
I just don't get it.
It could never possibly fill. Like the effort that you're putting in to get it, it could never possibly meet that expectation. It can't be that good.
That chip crazy fries, the money that they would have been making scooping, like the profit margin,
and they just looked awful.
Well,
but the rest
of marketing,
all the other ones, and look, great food. They were like 1 or 2 people. It was incredible.
It's weird.
What else is going on?
Okay, I'm a very particular. You know, I'm the itchiest person ever. We're going into the mosquito season.
Syphilis.
Yeah.
So I did a little research and found out what mozzies like. So if you don't want the mozzies to come near you, well, some of these things you can't change. Because if you're a blood type O, which I am, they like O type.
What are you wanting people to drain all the
blood? Get your blood away.
Quick transfusion.
Sense fear and weakness.
How can they sense blood type? Can they sense what blood type you are?
Well, I don't know. They can sense.
Or just after they drink it.
The other thing is people with high temperatures. I tick that one as well. I'm always hot. People that are sweaty. Yeah, I'm not sweaty as such.
Sweaty.
They like uric and lactic acid. So they like fit people. People exercising.
They say if you take Ural, which is my thing to everything, lactic acid, it
hang on.
raises the alkaline level and they won't bite you.
Well, maybe I have to start that. They also find beer drinkers quite attractive. That's another tip for
High
me.
acidic.
Really?
And they're attracted to the type and the number of bacteria on your skin. So maybe if you use that antibacterial soap, which although it dries out your skin.
Jack's riddled with ringworm at the moment. Maybe
I don't think he's riddled. I think he's just got one little one.
we should undress him on the podcast and we should count how many. Do you think, Dad?
I'm in favour of that. Let's put it on TikTok.
It's only because he's training. Cooper, you should try it.
Yeah, give it a go.
I ran around the headland today, actually.
Did you?
Almost.
How long did it take you?
Literally almost dropped dead. Almost dropped dead when I hit the golf course.
They're also attracted to carbon dioxide. So if you're a heavy breather, they like you.
Oh, mouth breathing? Is that mouth breathers then?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I
I don't
suppose
know.
carbon dioxide comes out, whether it's...
Do you have to be a mouth breather to be a heavy breather?
It's good point.
I think
Thinking.
heavy breathers may be more nasal.
Okay.
Anyway, and the last one is they're pretty fashion conscious and they prefer darker coloured clothing. So maybe start wearing your khakis or your
I
khakis.
just don't want to see one in a tuxedo, honestly.
Yeah, 100%.
Mosquito and tuxedo.
What, better dressed than you?
See Pullman, don't do it. Well, people, that's enough for talk about the ringworm. It's time for Predicament of the Week. And this one's to you specifically, Trish. I just thought up this
no.
one. Okay, what would you do if on the same day I won $2 million? Start with what? $2 million. Wow.
How good's that?
And I go and buy you a nice car. But then also on the same day I join an outlaw motorcycle gang. What do you do? What do you do? Like, I mean, the real,
Illegal.
Some of the heavy ones.
Bad
They're
bunch.
they're great. They're good people. But I join one. Would you go out with me if I was a biker?
No.
Oh, what?
But would you leave him now if he became a biker?
If I became a biker,
Of course.
you would leave me?
Of course I would.
Okay, well, I'll take the $2 million in the car.
I don't give a shit. It's mine anyway. I'll get it. Yes, I will.
You won't. My
Yes, I
bikie mates, mate.
Would you be accepted by the biking community?
I'd like to think I would be.
Yeah.
Matt, you could be a bit of an embarrassment to them.
But
You know what?
do you know what Dad would do?
Let's face it, you can't even ride a
Because
bicycle.
He wouldn't be able to ride a motorcycle, so they'd have to put him in one of those little sidecars.
That's what I was going to say.
What are they called?
I just get in the sidecar. That's what it's called, the sidecar. I just find.
Would that be-
I just find it very dangerous. I'm happy to sit
I'm
there
very
or get
fine.
doubled.
Would that be belittling if everybody in the biker gang, everybody's got their own Harley Davidson, and you're doubling on the back of Big Butch?
Holding on. Yeah.
Big
holding on
Butch.
the back. No, I don't think it's.
I think the sidecar's more down your alley.
I think it's. And in a lot of ways, I think it's.
I can see you in a sidecar wearing a scarf, maybe some goggles.
Oh, the goggles. Excellent.
And the flying cap.
So, Trish, no, you would leave.
Yeah, you're out.
Okay, I'll give
You're out the door.
Just give the boys a call. Sorry, fellas. Yeah. Yeah. All the boys from the Comancheros. Jack,
Hey,
what do you
don't
got
be
for
getting
us?
them offside.
This week, I'm going to talk about I've been watching the Killer, Michael Fassbender on Netflix.
Oh,
just
is that
come out.
good?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. He, it's a bit of a downer. He does listen to the Smiths the entire time. Like,
does. I
mind
love the Smiths.
Yeah, I don't mind the Smiths every now and then, but yeah, the entire soundtrack is the Smiths.
I like
What's it about for the
Depressing.
listener? What's
Is
it
it a true
about?
story?
He's an
I don't think so.
assassin essentially. He's hired, and a few things happen here, there, and everywhere. It's quite good. David Fincher movies have got like a type.
Yes,
generally serial killers. What else has he got? He's got Seven, Zodiac. He does Zodiac.
Right.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Zodiac is very good.
Seven is
Great movie.
He certainly does have a
What
type.
else has he? He's got Fight Club as well.
Yeah.
David Fincher is one of the better directors, I think.
Brad Pitt's in a number of his movies.
Yeah, he's in
Seven.
Seven and Fight Club.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good.
Not Zodiac though.
Nah. But give it a listen. Go give it a watch. Don't listen to the Smiths all day because you'll come home with a bit of a frown.
Yes. Radio.
They have some uplifting songs.
They got some, but not many. Like what's
saw him in
there's
the
one
video
that talks about jumping in front of a bus.
I know, I love that.
What is that one?
That's actually one of my favourites.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh.
Does it?
And if a tantrum
If only you could make us laugh.
Unbelievable.
the
Makes it laugh.
both of us.
Unbelievable. Some people would think it a tragedy, but there you go. It's time to do shit you can press your mates with. A couple of quick ones to take into the Christmas people. This one you really like. The iconic song, the Rod Stewart song, Maggie May, which Maggie May was also on the Let It Be album by the Beatles, but famously Rod Stewart's Maggie May. She was not a fictional character. Trish will back me up. Maggie May was a Liverpudlian prostitute in the late 1800s.
Well, she was beyond a prostitute, wasn't she?
She
What's beyond a prostitute?
Well, watch and listen.
She loitered around the Liverpool docks, would sleep with sailors and other working men on the Albert docks. However, she found herself in trouble with the law when she robbed a sailor who she'd slept with. The authorities deported her immediately, people, to Australia, and she lived the rest of her life in Sydney.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I did Sound Advice on Rod Stewart about 2 years ago, Cobber, and from memory, he wrote the lyrics about an older woman that took his virginity.
But it was based off, it's a fictional. They say that it's a fictional, it's based off Maggie May.
Okay.
And
Because the song from the Beatles apparently wasn't very complimentary.
where
Apparently.
Rod's was very. The second one, okay, now this is an interesting one, and Irish people have been nodding along with me here. In Irish culture, this is still very much practiced in some parts, and it's still there today. It's a phenomenon known as the cure. The cure. So the cure is the seventh son of the seventh son. So that person, that male, is believed to have special powers of healing. So Brian's had some troubles with old injuries, as far as rugby league injuries, and he had a person in Ireland who's the seventh son of the seventh son that wanted to come and treat him. He resisted that. So to let you know, Trish, if your dad was the seventh son of the family, and then you were born from your mum and dad, and you were the seventh son again, then
You're
you would
special.
be branded. You would be special in the community.
So you'd be considered a healer.
You would be considered a healer.
It would be very interesting to go through the medical profession and see if there's any seventh sons of seventh sons.
Would be interesting. Michael, Brian's brother-in-law, see him.
Is he a seventh son?
Is their theory, though, is it like they can heal you like with their hands, or they just medically...
They just have healing powers.
Oh, okay,
Let's
wow.
not go over the top, shall we? In Latin America, they got a seventh son of the seventh son. He is believed to be cursed to be a werewolf. There you go.
Oh.
In Italy, the
Quite
seventh
contrasting.
son of the seventh son in Italy is believed to be immune to snake venom and be able to snake charm. And in Romania, the seventh son of the seventh son is doomed to be a vampire. So there you go.
nasty.
So if there's anyone out there send us if you are a seventh son of a seventh son,
There
get
wouldn't
in
be
touch
too
with-
many, you
Must
would
be so
imagine.
rare.
I feel like if there was any seven sons or seven sons out there, it's actually hard to say, it's a tongue twister.
Is it hard?
It is. Sally sells seashells. But I feel like if there was any out there who were vampires or werewolves, I don't think they would want to make themselves known on this podcast.
Yeah.
Probably not.
It's true. Trisha, we're going to take a real quick break and come back with your quiz.
Yes.
Okay, people, welcome back to the podcast. We're going to finish on a bit of a high this year. It's a little complicated. Trish, you're going to explain to us, or you and Cooper going to explain what
No,
this
it's
is
not
all
complicated.
Okay, well, what's it all about?
Okay. Essentially, I'm going to ask each of you an individual question. And if you get the question incorrect, you must choose one of these 4 dishes in front of.
So there's 4 dishes.
Mystery
in front.
dishes.
They're
and
covered.
they're covered. You must take a bite and swallow a mouthful of it.
God, that's complicated.
Swallow as well?
Yeah.
You need to swallow. Do you think you need to
God.
swallow?
Yeah, that'll be good at that.
And we'll be having video footage of it. I won't reveal what's there. I'll leave it as a little
Who are you asking?
surprise.
So, okay, if I get the question wrong, do I actually get to have a pick of which plate I can unfurl?
You don't get to see it.
You just get to pick a plate and you eat whatever's in that.
Because for the listeners, the plates are wrapped in foil.
Yes.
So we don't know what's under them.
So it's a
We did
mystery.
try for some nice domes, but budget didn't stretch.
Budgeting.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Right.
Okay. Who would like to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Who's brave?
I'll do it.
Okay. Jack, if I have a headache, what do I like to have to cure it?
There's a joke there waiting. What, you specifically?
Me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's go with Nurofen.
No, Shandy.
Shandy.
You knew that, Matthew. Okay, pick a
Is that what
plate.
knew that?
Is this quiz all about you, Trish?
Sometimes we're mixing it up.
Okay. You describe to the listeners what you're about to see as well.
Okay.
He's unveiling the.
What is it?
Is that
Oh!
a human hand?
What is it, Jack?
It's a chicken foot, I think.
chicken foot. Oh, straight in.
Oh, straight in.
Okay, all of it.
You have to swallow it.
Oh, you can eat as much as you like.
Bone, but all right.
There would be bone in a chicken foot, so don't eat the bone. But
Yeah, don't
Like
eat
eat like a
bone.
chunk
This
to the
is getting
side.
really complicated. What should we do?
No, it's not.
Just
He'll manage. He'll find
This
a bit
was
to eat.
this was checked to be. Like I'm not going to get sick from this.
no, you won't get
No.
sick. Apparently,
It's approved. How does it taste?
Not bad.
Like
Is it
chicken?
good?
God,
not half
love
bad.
you.
oh, that's a
bad.
letdown.
Can I have them all?
Look at it.
If you want to keep
Of course
eating,
you can.
It's got its little fingernail.
look at
Stop
the
it.
hold the fingers up to
No.
the camera.
doesn't
Well,
look
just
like
think, when you make chicken broth, they put chicken feet in it, and it's got lots of gelatinous
It
goodness
actually,
in it.
it looks like
apparently.
a human hand.
Yeah.
collagen.
Oh, Dave said it's got
Don't
collagen
throw
in
it out. I'll be rubbing it on my
There you
face
go. I
later.
didn't even know chickens had four fingers. Who knew?
Look at that. Feet.
a lost
Oh,
one.
yeah, 4 toes, if you like.
What do you want?
Wow.
Right, Trish.
That's
delicious.
charming.
Who wants to go
I
next?
can, I can taste the collagen.
Yeah, I'll go next.
Right, Coops, you go.
Okay, Cooper.
Leave Big M to last.
Hit me with it.
Cooper, I'm going to mix yours up.
Okay.
It's all right. They're only in front of you, Trish.
How many bones do you have in your ear?
How many bones do I have in my ear?
Everyone, usually.
I say 12.
Wrong. 3.
Oh, wow.
Pick a plate,
That was
baby.
so easy.
Yeah, do you know that?
Yeah, so easy. I couldn't believe that.
Okay. Just taking the foil off for all of our listeners.
Oh, far out.
Oh, chili.
No.
Very red, very hot.
Yeah, you got to have a whole one, right?
Yeah.
I'll have
You'll
the
be
whole
pleased to know we've got a 2-litre milk upstairs.
Okay.
Is there one?
How about I do mine and we leave him to do the last thing of the last thing of the podcast.
Because
It's gonna
we
be
might need
you,
the milk.
Because I don't think
I'll be
I
okay.
think this podcast is going to fall apart after this.
I wouldn't mind
Yeah,
seeing
maybe
him fall
wait.
apart.
I'm pretty tough.
No,
mate.
I don't
Nah,
think
I
you
like
know
it.
the pain.
Yeah.
I know the pain of chili.
Yeah, I like it. Let's just keep going.
I'm pretty tough,
Righto,
guys.
come on,
Okay,
let's
we
just-
can take a break if needed.
Let's go tough
and
guy.
hospitalise him. He ate the whole one. Jesus.
Can't leave, Cobber. All right, Trish, we'll hurry this up.
Okay, you just chew away there.
We'll just keep the camera on. We'll just keep the camera on Cooper, I reckon, the whole segment. Trish, you can continue.
Okay,
Trish, you can continue.
here's my baby. I'm worried.
Please
for him.
hurry up.
Okay, don't put those fingers on anything.
Hurry up.
Coops. Okay,
You need the seventh son.
Jack?
The seventh son.
Jack.
Me again.
Sorry, no, Matt.
Got you, Trish.
Oh, he's going very red in the face. He's vomiting.
Hurry up and do it, Trish.
Come on.
Okay, Matt. What was my first word that I ever said?
Your first word.
Yeah.
Oh God, let me just think about that.
Your son's dying over here. He needs milk. Quick.
We're just going to keep that camera on him, Dave. Is that all right?
Oh,
Actually, I don't mind you taking your time here, Cobber.
Matt.
What your first word? Oh
Yeah,
no, I
what is
wasn't
it?
there.
What? Take a guess.
Take a guess.
School.
No.
What?
Ma.
Choose one, Cobber.
As per most children, it wasn't that hard a question, really, John.
why would
Oh,
you?
God, I hope this is what I think it is. What's that? Is that the mushy peas? Yes!
You got a scoop or anything, Trish?
No, just stick his tongue in it.
Yeah, fair enough. Come on, Cobber.
What about the peas?
Cooper's
Yeah.
suffering, mate. Don't forget that.
Do it for your
Like
son.
that, Dave.
Do his.
Oh, no, there's a spoon.
I wouldn't touch your eyes, Coop.
Yeah, don't touch your eyes, baby. Just hurry up. Your son needs milk.
Just eat it, brother. It's not that bad, champion.
Oh, my gosh, he's spitting on the thing. Oh. Matt.
It's just so
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. Don't drop it.
Yeah, filth.
You don't. Just swallow it.
Holy shit.
You wouldn't be good at childbirth, would you? Eh?
Childbirth got to do with that fucking pea.
This is harder than childbirth.
Swallow it.
Holy, look at the
Swallow.
sweat coming down the side of his face.
Oh, he spat it out.
Can't do it.
There's going to be some sort of punishment
Okay,
for that.
hold on.
That's all right. I'll accept that.
I
No.
wish I could have done the
Jack,
chili.
you're only the tough.
Look at the sweat coming down the side of that face.
With Keith was back.
You didn't put that in there and you faked it.
Shit.
I saw that. You big faker. Put it in. Close your mouth, chew it, and swallow. Oh, my Lord. Close it. And don't have the stupid face. And just swallow it. Just swallow it. Block your nose. Be a big boy. Come on.
Come on, champion.
Oh. No, that's gross. That's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Matt, swallow. Swallow.
What's going on here?
Swallow. Oh, he didn't do it. People, we won't torture any further.
Whoa. There's one still left.
No. That was just a choice.
Yeah,
Give it a Trish.
Oh, yeah. Give it here.
No,
See how
no,
well
no,
you've
no,
memorised
no,
this
no.
thing.
Question.
No.
Ask her a question.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
I've got one then for you.
I've been unwell. I
All
couldn't
right,
possibly
Trish.
have that.
Trish.
What?
Who?
I'm not eating it.
Who was the?
JR.
Who's the Prime Minister of Canada?
Yes.
I actually know.
Yeah, you do. I know.
He's
you
quite
do.
foxy.
There you go.
What the is his goddamn name?
His mother slept with the Rolling Stones.
That's correct. Well, allegedly.
Righto, you
No,
got
it's not Mitterrand.
you got 15 seconds.
No, shush. Oh, god damn, I know it.
Nah. 3, 2, 1. Trish.
Justin Trudeau.
Trudeau, god damn.
Trudeau.
I'm
Eat
not
up.
eating that.
Yeah, eat
Take
up.
a bite of this.
Justin Trudeau.
God damn. Oh my god.
What is that?
I can't. I've been unwell.
Oh, that's a 1,000-year egg.
Yeah.
Awesome. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Take
Trish,
one bite.
I'll eat some if you have some.
Please take one bite.
You're not going to waste it.
It's good.
I haven't been well.
That's
If I
fine.
vomit,
It'll be.
it's see-through.
That's sweet.
That's not right.
That means it's good.
Come on. Just swallow it.
Hey,
Swallow it.
No.
this goes to show, Cobber.
You didn't eat your peas though. I tell you what, I'll
tried.
trade you
He
an
did.
I'll trade you an
Put it in
egg
my mouth.
for
I
a
tried.
pea.
Pop it in your mouth.
You
At least have
guys
a
are
bite.
really unimpressive today. Come on.
I have literally been sick for 5 days.
Yeah, well, you're back.
Yeah. Just see how it goes.
Just a little bite.
It's like drinking pork.
No, because I'm going out for dinner and I don't want to ruin
Trish,
my night.
Trish, you're doing it.
Let's go.
Doing it.
Poke your nose.
Fucking looks rotten.
It's only 1,000 years old.
Just a quick bite. So we can leave.
Just do it. Quickly put it in your mouth.
Just come on.
like
think it's still
date
Panther.
with Dad.
It's not going to suck itself.
Get a bit more. You didn't even bite it.
It's okay.
I did too.
Not too
You
bad.
dead set scrape the skin.
Holy
Come
fuck.
on, you've got to have a snack.
That is literally a scrape.
It's a smell that's bad.
Nice, Teach. There we go.
There you go. Oh, gross!
All right,
Jack
Coop.
Johns, have a snap.
No, I'm good. I'm good, actually.
Righto, guys. Hey, guys, thank you so much.
Was Charlie eating that?
No, it's over here.
Oh.
Guys, thank you. She's struggling. Thank you very much, people, for your support through the year. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have, although we get on each other's nerves a little bit. The guys are waiting me to wrap up. Once again, guys, have a great Christmas. Oh, God, look at that. And a happy new year to you and all your loved ones and your family. And I hope Santa gives you everything you want, kids. Bye-bye.
Happy Christmas. That is disgusting.